Hey, what to do, love? This is your Indigo jumping on real quick. Um, not sure what my voice is doing right now. I don't have a cold. I don't feel like I'm under the weather, none of that, and whatnot. I'm on top of the world, baby. On top of the world. Anyways, I haven't jumped on in a little bit. I haven't done like any organic lives or downloads in a bit. The past few weeks have been topsy turvy. Oh my gosh, eclipse season is really eclipsing, ain't it? Oh, goodness gracious, we being turned inside out and upside down in every way but loose. Oh, I mean, if you're part of my collective, if having similar experiences, that if it sounds like something similar to what you've been experiencing, then I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. Just all types of like, ooh, it's like, what is it called? Like a final exam, It's not a quiz, not a test. It's a final exam, like the cumulative test of all the tests and everything like that. Shoo, karma hitting faster than it's ever hit. And rewards too. I mean, like, well, I don't know, cause rewards are a little slow burn and stuff. I kind of had to. I was sitting on a bench before I was about to go live, but then somebody came and sat. Somebody came and sat down across from me, next to me. I mean, I was like, I could still. It wasn't really nothing stopping me, but I kind of did just kind of wanna, I don't know, do my own thing, have a kind of like a solitary experience. So, anyways, yeah, like I guess the whole thing I'm just kind of stalling because, like I said, I was fixing to do it at a certain place, but yeah. So yeah, the eclipses, left and right, doing what they do and stuff. Carolina's been cooking in the kitchen and whatnot, and just wanted to come on because I just had a rare moment of just like pure individual reflection and just kind of just being sitting and had a chance. Like, okay, so the purpose of rest is so that you can actually be a witness to what you created, or be a witness to what you're co-creating, or what be a witness, because what is art without people observing it? Oh, I wonder. Okay. Oh wow. Look at this. For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and love of a sound mind. And then that's just I said a wow because it's like a random bar soap in the power stick or whatever. So I guess I found a better spot. That's fine. That'll work. Cause I only got y'all ain't gonna buy. I know I can't see the time, but y'all ain't about to make me miss my bus. Oh, the Lord's Prayer too. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and glory forever. Amen. 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 Yeah. Oh, the 23rd Psalm. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. My rod and my staff, thou comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest me, my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and prosperity will follow me through the days of my life, and I shall dwell in his goodness with the Lord forever. Amen. Oh my God. Yeah, so just having just a moment of just like, yeah, just divine clarity and everything. So figured I'd jump on and share it. Hopefully, again, I don't miss my bus and everything. But yeah, just pure, dang, like it's so poetic, but pure surrender, just pure surrender. Like, if this season, if everything has been crazy as it has been, as it has been for everyone, it doesn't matter. Got money, don't got money, got material possessions, don't got material possessions. If you're not really doing this deep inner work, um, yeah, you're gonna fall for the okey doke because you're gonna be externalizing your power and your freedom of choice and everything like that. So it's just kind of like, The time is now, has been now for quite some time, but it's not no nower than it's ever been. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really like this is not a drill go time and everything like that. So, pick the crazies you like, and frolic and run, and you know build some type of cohesion and everything like that, because a pile of sticks is harder to break than a single one, and a finger won't do much, but a fist can do some damage. Feel me? And so yeah, so it's about, yeah, like picking your tribe, your level of crazy, and then figuring some shit out on the human level, on the humane level, because yeah, stuff is stuffing. Eclipses are eclipsing. Like, there's pendulum swings all the ways. Honestly, if you just hold a pendulum straight, it'll just follow the rotation of the earth, the natural magnetic rotation of the earth. Like, it's crazy. So like, if you just like put a screen over that mess up my if you just put a string, pendulum string, and you just hold it straight, and it's kind of hard not to even move when you're doing it, but you just hold it straight. It'll eventually, and then you have like things set up in a circle. I guess, if you do the measurements and all that stuff, you get it like in a nice perfect circle. Eventually it'll knock down all the pieces, depending on the level of heaviness of the pieces. And just because it's just a natural rhythm, there's a natural flow to stuff. So, like, with the process of surrender, I think I spoke about surrender before, but it's levels to everything. Levels to this, there's levels to this, everything. So, like, with surrender, like, it goes, it's levels to it. It goes deep. Like, there's levels of surrender. There's, you can just have, like, there's just levels of surrender. But when people are talking about like true, like, divine surrender, like really surrendering your life up to the plan that was laid for your life, like the blueprint, the default settings of your life, actually choosing to do that. um it just, I mean, it just what can I say? It gets results. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It gets results. Like people will just, from the outside looking in. I guess sometimes, I guess maybe stuff looks easier than it is, or I don't know. I really don't know, because we're all living our own version of life and on our own timeline and dimensions and stuff like that. So, you know, reality, your perception is 90% of your reality, and like we have so many means of perception, sight, hearing, olfactory, taste and everything, touch. Your skin is the biggest, or the largest organ of your body, and everything, and covering it all, and then having layers of skin, and stuff, and so and then so yeah, so surrender goes deep, like, you have different parts of surrender. Like, you can surrender parts to a whole, or you can surrender the whole thing, you know it's like sharing with a lover. It's like, you love them. You go get yourself a meal. Foolish you forgot, they, or you even deigned to ask them, and foolishly believed them when they said they didn't want nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so you get yourself something, and then you foolishly open it up around them, thinking they're good and believing what they said for whatever reason, foolish reason. And so then they're like, they want some and stuff like that. But let's say, like, they're you come across your lover and you just bought something, and they're actually hungry, and you foolishly again didn't ask, whether they wanted something or not. And so, feeling beholden to your foolishness, you give them the whole thing, because you didn't check on them, or you didn't make sure that they need, had what they needed to eat, and stuff. So, you can surrender a piece, you can surrender a whole, you can maintain the whole thing. Be greedy, don't share anything. They can't be that good of a lover if you don't share. You feel me? Like, how you're like selfish. Selfishness is a turnoff, because it's like it's an indication of what kind of lover you are. Like, a selfish one. You feel me? Worst, worst possible things to come across. Um, So, so yeah, pure surrender, pure surrender. And then, like, oh, that was the other thing too, that was like kind of marinating too in the background, surrender versus submission. you know so submission and surrender, why, if they were the same thing, they'd be the same word, right? Like similar meanings but not necessarily the same word. So, can you submit without surrendering? Can you surrender without submitting? you know and stuff. That's an interesting. I like to hear, if people want to do comments. Eventually, whenever, if you see this or whatever, comment like, what do you think? What do you hear when you hear surrender? What do you hear when you hear submission? Do you think they're the same thing? Do you think they're, two separate, like distinct concepts? Surrender, submit. You know, to be taken in any type of way, but like to allow it to happen. Surrender, submit, surrender. I mean, and then they also have negative and positive connotations. You feel me? Like, you submit yourself to being arrested. You surrender. Come out, surrender, hold your hands up. But it's like, also there's positive, surrendering. Surrendering to your higher power, surrendering to grace, mercy. Surrendering to feeling worthy despite not feeling worthy, surrendering to love. Receiving love and giving love. Surrendering can have really positive, connotations um, and impacts to it and everything like that. So that's what I just feel like I was just gonna share, because I do think I do gotta go. I just wanted to share. I was feeling in a surrendered mood. Like just kind of like, I mean, I don't know. If you're blessed to have had positive, you know, lover experiences, it's just kind of like there is a positivity to it, being able to surrender in that, intimate way. You feel me? Because there's levels to it. So I guess that's just what I'm trying to explain. Like there's just levels, and there's a little, of of intimacy to submission and surrendering, and that can be had within the relationship of your connection with your higher power and divine, divine operating system, and stuff like that. So that being said, I'm being flirted with by the sun. Ah! And stuff. Um, somebody's son. Oh gosh. So yeah. So you know, it's lovely. You can submit to a crush and everything that comes with. And yeah. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Just decide to share this feeling of full on surrender with you. And yeah, what a blessing to be able to read the Lord's Prayer and 23rd Psalm and have it right in front of me. I'm surrounded. You wait, your goodness. Wait, this is running after me. It looks like, wait, it might look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. I think there's two different songs going through my head. Anyways, I do digress. I'm gonna be signing off, okay? And everything. Oh, maybe it's a little too low. Signing off at everything. Um, this is what being provided and protected looks like. Blessed by the best looks like. Anyways, I gotta go. So I'm gonna be signing off, okay, energetically, and everything. Make sure you subscribe when we go live. Definitely go check out our last few episodes. Um, the audios, the art, are available to varying degrees and everything on wherever you get your podcast. You can go ahead and download that. And yeah, I hope everyone's having a blessed, beautiful day and week and everything like that. Let's get it, okay? Numerically, tomorrow's 888. Little plug right there. Look up, see what that means and everything. If you know, you know. Eyes to see, ears to hear, and everything. So, me signing off. Loving everybody. Bye.